Yeah.
So, been away in Ireland for a couple of days, and just want to apologise to everyone for the late post-fight review, but it's better late than never. So anyway, we're going to go with it. The Joyce versus Zhang fight. Now, my prediction was a Joyce on points. I did believe that Zhang, just like everyone else, that Zhang will start off fast. Obviously, he's got a sharp backhand and all that kind of stuff there. Yeah. As far as Joyce goes, yeah, we know he's like I said, he's the juggernaut, isn't it? You know, like robotic. There's no head movement, XYZ. But at some point, Zhang was gonna get tired, and then Joe was going to catch him later on, just grind him down. But it didn't turn out that way. Turned out that the damage that Zhang started off early, starting off fast, closed that right eye real quick. All right. The funny thing is, I've been saying this for a while, that I was never really impressed with Joyce's. No, I tell her, I'm not saying I was never impressed. We know Joyce has got a decent chin, but I feel like the chin has always been overrated, just based on the fact he's not really been in there with a real solid puncher. It was always, for me, it's Joyce's engine, and I've always said that. Like, fighting a Joyce, obviously this is prior to the fight, but fighting a Joyce is like when you're getting in a car, you're in a manual car. Normally explosive fighters would, pace himself well, will go into like a gear 2, be explosive, might go into like a gear 4, gear 6, letting off some flurries and come back down to gear 2, slow the pace down, all that kind of stuff there. Joyce, from round 1, the guy's in gear 4, and when he does step up a bit, he might step into gear 5, but then he's back down to gear 4 again. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he stays at that, he keeps that momentum, that pressure going throughout the 12 rounds, and that's what's always impressed me with Joyce, is his engine. The chin. I've never been a one that's saying about he's got a granite chin. Just remember, in amateurs, he got dropped by, I want to say, Sergey Kuzmin. So you'd be getting dropped by Sergey Kuzmin, and this is I can't remember how old he was back then in amateurs. So the whole chin talk is I've never been really impressed with. Not impressed, never been hyped about it. But as far as the fight goes, it's the usual Joyce. I know a lot of people say that about him coming in light. Zhang, you can see Zhang was a bigger man on the night. It's the same thing with Joyce, really. It's just head movement. Zhang put on a decent performance, you can't lie. Do I believe there's a bit of too much of a hype about Zhang? 110%. I do believe, the guy's dangerous early doors, but like I said, his engine just fades real quick. From once you pass the mid stage, his engine just normally fades. So but look, can't take nothing away from him. Great performance, but Joyce, just keeping your head, no head movement, take your head off the center line, and And I'm pretty sure everyone saw in round 2 where he got rocked. To be honest with you, he was hurt a couple of times in that fight. But where does he go from there? Joyce, he has to run it back. He has to run it back straight away. This whole going for another fight before Zhang, nah, don't want to hear that. Go in there. I do believe Joyce can get him in the rematch, but it's just, like I said, a couple of technical flaws. And he just needs to be he needs to be on his bike, not really on his bike, but he just needs to stop Zhang from working, because it was practically target practice for Zhang, And this is another thing why. So when you got like, I'm not gonna go back to this guy again. I know people gonna think, oh, I'm hating and all that kind of stuff there, but whatever. When you go back and you hear Simon Jordan saying about, yeah, Joyce and Deontay Wilder, like, I want to see, can Joyce take Wilder's punch? Like, once again, the guy don't know nothing about boxing, because when Joyce fought Dubois, what did he do? Joyce was not there to take any of Dubois' big shots. Yeah, he negated it. Yeah, so obviously you can clearly see Zhang coming from a southpaw stance. Yeah, it's just like there's technical flaws there. So yeah, he needs to move his head and all that kind of stuff there. You can clearly see between the two that Zhang had a sharper backhand. So yeah, that's what it was really. Yeah, so Joyce just run it back, get the W. I do believe Joyce can get the win, but it just needs to come proper. And this whole thing of just taking shots, yeah, it is not cool. So yeah, I feel like next time out, Joyce is going to respect Zhang's power. He's going to respect that, yeah, the guy's fast, the guy can bang and all that kind of stuff there. So yeah, that's it really. That's my thoughts on the Joyce and Zhang fight. And yeah, you lot let me know your thoughts. It's Elijah Fenn. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Stay blessed everyone.